All right, what's going on, guys? So today we are going to be talking about Vickie and Casey White, okay? And if you're new here, welcome to my channel. We talk about dog collecting on this channel and also trending topics. So we're going to do a couple of videos today that are going to focus on a few trending topics individually. And the first one, as you can see, it's going to be about Vickie White and Casey White. Okay, in case you're wondering who the hell is Vickie White and Casey White, we're gonna break it all the way down. Okay, we're gonna get us all caught up into literally right now. Okay, so first of all, who is Vickie White? Vickie White is a 56-year-old prison guard from Alabama who helped a 38-year-old inmate, Casey White, as you see here on these two pictures. Vickie on the right and Casey on the left, obviously. Um, she helped Casey White escape on April 29th. She also died yesterday after a massive manhunt ended in their capture. The corrections officer reportedly shot herself on May 9th after law enforcement located her along with the fugitive and gave way to a vehicle chase that ended in a spectacular crash in southern Indiana. Right, true love. Hey, Nessa. Hey, Mo's house. Yep. So here's what you need to know about the woman who gave her life to help Casey White escape from prison. All right. So let's get to it right now. All right. So Vickie White, first of all, is not related to Casey, even though they both have the same last name. Vickie's not related to Casey. They met because Vickie was a respected jail official in Alabama when Casey wound up in Lauderdale County after allegedly confessing to a murder while in prison in Jefferson County. Okay. Casey, pictured here after the the romp with her, was reportedly already serving a 75-year sentence for several violent crimes back in 2015. He has since been charged in the stabbing murder of a 58-year-old woman. Vickie's primary job was to transport the inmates. Okay, so that's how she was able to walk him out so easily without anyone, turning an eye and saying, "Wait a minute, what the hell's going on?" Okay, so this is a quote from Sheriff Ricky Singleton through a May 9th statement. Quote, he was here in 2020 for an arraignment and a preliminary hearing. And when he finished that, he went back to state prison. End quote. All right. Now, the quote starts again. It says, we do know they remained in touch while he was in state prison. End quote. Again, that was a quote from Sheriff Rick Singleton through a May 5th statement. Now, it also says here that she was an assistant director of corrections. Okay. So Vickie's, whose full name is Vickie Sue Davis White, wasn't merely a correctional officer or prison guard. She actually carried some authority in her position. Okay. She was placed as the assistant director at the Lauderdale County Detention Center. And again, this is not Florida. We're talking about Alabama. Okay. Not Fort Lauderdale, but Lauderdale County. So it also says here that Vickie had an excellent professional reputation. She was reported exemplary in her field. She was a four-time Employee of the Year. She had an unblemished professional record. And everyone, including the Lauderdale County District Attorney Chris Conley, says he was stunned by Vickie's actions in helping Casey escape and called her, quote, the most solid person at the jail. Wow. Another quote from Chris Connolly, District Attorney, says, I would have trusted her with my life. I am so disappointed in her. She was trusted and exploited that trust, end quote. And that quote came straight from CNN. She was actually, this is where they're alleging, she was set to retire on the very day that she went missing with Casey. Wow. That's absolutely crazy. She threw it all away for your boy Casey. Okay. So it says here that she reportedly sold her home on April 18th at a significant loss in the days leading up to her disappearance. It is reported that she got about $100,000 for her home. So clearly, lots of planning went into this, says the district attorney. Okay. Now it also says that she had a special relationship with Casey. Obviously, she was willing to throw her whole entire life, career, everything. She had an unblemished record, but she was willing to throw it all away for Casey. So something was going on between these two, that are not a lot of people really knew about, or they may have just assumed that. I'm pretty sure day in and day out, you with the same people all the time. They probably just thought they was cool. But anyway, it says it didn't take long until the duo's 11-day escape for investigators to uncover a relationship between Casey and Vickie. Investigators, this is again a quote from the Lauderdale Sheriff's Office. It says investigators received information from inmates at the Lauderdale County Detention Center over the weekend that there was a special relationship between them. So, um, again, this is another quote. That relationship has now been confirmed through independent and sources and means. Okay, so that's who Vickie is. Now let's see, what do we know about Casey? Okay, so we do know that he was serving a 75-year sentence for a slew of violent crimes, which is nuts, right? So let's see what all we can find. So it says here that says she had about $90,000 at her disposal cash. That's crazy. So it says he was a mentally ill father and violent drug user. Might make police shoot him. So it also says here that they were planning on having a big shootout with the police if they were caught, but Vickie went on and she actually shot herself and died of a self-inflicted gunshot to the head. She shot herself on May 9th and she actually succumbed to her injuries yesterday. So they were on the run for 9 days. It says that he suffers from mental illness and likely possesses a danger to himself and others when he's outside of a structured environment. That is from his former attorney, Dale Bryant. It says he represented White on his appeals and a number of 2019 convictions stemming from a 2015 crime spree in Alabama and South Tennessee. And yes, it's crazy. It says when he's on his medication and in jail, he's an all right guy. But when he's not, if he's not medicated and in a structured environment, that he is dangerous. Okay, this is a quote again from his attorney. He says when he's off the medication, he usually self-medicates through drugs, usually meth. That's when he becomes a problem. End quote, Bryant said. Quote again, because even if you don't have a mental illness and you're on meth, you become paranoid, irrational, impulsive. And if you take someone with a mental illness, it just exacerbates that. End quote. So it says that he has a diagnosed mental illness, and no one really knows what his exact diagnosis was. It says that here that Casey was sort of a mother figure in her 17 years of service at the lockup, but she literally planned a well-planned low profile escape on the morning of April 29th. Now, um let's see, I have heard that she was married, but let's see what we can find about Vickie and her husband. I wonder what her husband has to say about this. So he must be devastated because that is just a lot. A lot, a lot, a lot. So let's see. Vickie Ryder Die White. And it's about that life. Okay. She is literally about that life. So let's see. We want to share this. Let me share this screen with you guys. Now we're going to pull up the New York Post. Got some information on here. All right. So Woo, this is a lot to unpack. It is a lot to unpack. Let me know in the comments, even if you're watching now or on the replay, what you think about this. Did you know about this? Is your first time hearing about this? I've been seeing a whole lot of it going across my timeline for the past week. I thought it was interesting, but yeah, I decided to dive a little bit deeper this morning and take y'all on a journey with me. So let me know also things that you've seen that you'd like to add. You definitely could do so by dropping it down in the comments, and we can talk about it in the comments. So it says here that they were on an 11-day manhunt. Um, it says jail boss girlfriend Vickie White. It came literally to a crashing end. As we now know, they literally flipped the third or fourth car that they had switched, which was a Cadillac, into a ditch after a huge car chase in Indiana. So it says the Alabama fugitives who had been in a jailhouse romance for nearly 2 years before Vickie broke Casey out on the 29th. They were found hiding in plain sight in a dingy roadside motel 300 miles away from where they started. With the cops hot on their tail, they fled the Motel 41 in Evansville and led police on a chase that ended later that afternoon when the members of the U.S. Marshal Service rammed the couple's latest getaway car, sending it careening into a ditch. And the car did flip. The pair, had planned to end their time on the run in a blaze of glory by starting a shootout with the police, which is ridiculous being a police officer that you will be willing to risk the lives of other police officers, knowing everything that's going on, just so you can sit up here and mess with an inmate who has killed people. Blood, bruh. So anyway, Vickie instead turned the gun on herself the moment cops closed. Look at that. That is absolutely crazy. So Casey surrendered. Inside the Cadillac driving, they found more than $29,000 in cash, a series of wigs that they used to disguise themselves, and a small arsenal, including 4 handguns and AR-15. Here is some pictures of what they collected from the car. Okay. And the sad thing is, these are probably guns that she was able to get as an officer. Pretty sure she had access to these guns. So this is a picture of the motel that they were found in. Okay. The Clyde duo. This is the new 2022 Bonnie and Clyde. Okay. So this is how she let him out. She literally just walked out the door. I'm pretty sure that if a lot of you have seen this video, if you haven't, all you got literally got to do is just hashtag Vickie White, and that video is all over Instagram, okay, Twitter, YouTube, the whole nine. She literally walks out, holds the door until he puts his foot on the door, and his big ass walks out behind her, okay. So one here says April 29th at 9:31 a.m. Vickie and Casey leave the Lauderdale County Jail. Then they are spotted cruising past a Sunoco gas station on the intersection of Cox Street Road. Then sometime this like 30 minutes later, Vickie ditches the sheriff's it for Ford Edge at the Florence Square Shopping Center. She had this thing planned out to a T. Okay, so they rode around in that car until May 3rd. They were not seen. So there's a lot. Oh wait, no. Okay, so that same day at 1:50, they find the Ford Edge abandoned in the middle of nowhere. Okay, it takes another week for cops to connect the vehicle to the fugitive couple. So then on May 3rd, Casey is spotted at a car wash, and I'm gonna see if I can find a video of the man that spotted them and post that on here as well. The truck is abandoned there. That's what got them caught, was abandoning that truck at the car wash. Had they not did that, they probably would still be out, and she would probably still be alive. So that was the crucial mistake that they made, was leaving that truck at a car wash in the doggone bay, which was really stupid. I mean, obviously people work there. They're going to notice that the car is unattended for days, and that's literally what happened. That is how they got caught. So the ninth, cops track Vickie and Casey to the Motel 41, and a chase ensues. The cops ram into Vickie and Casey's Cadillac near Highway 41, and the hunt is over. So they later determined that they paid a homeless man to check them into their hotel where they stayed for about a week so they could fly under the radar. Wow, that's crazy. Um, yeah, their plan was it was faulty, but hey, they almost got away with it. They really, really did. So the sheriff Deanna said he definitely commends the U.S. Marshals on the job done. Police